Hi all, welcome to the class again. We were discussing molecular orbital theory. In this class, we will discuss MO for heteronuclear diatomic molecules. What are heteronuclear diatomic molecules? Heteronuclear diatomic molecules means if the molecule contains two different atoms. If the molecule is formed between two different atoms, then it is called a heteronuclear diatomic molecule. Examples for heteronuclear diatomic molecules are carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, cyanide. These are the examples for heteronuclear diatomic molecules. I'll give you two examples. I'll explain one, you practice two. Okay. I'll explain this one. For this, we will take the MO diagram for less than or equal to nitrogen. For these two, we will take an MO diagram greater than or equal to nitrogen molecule. Right. For cyanide ion, we know carbon atomic number 6, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, and for nitrogen its atomic number 7 and its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So one side we have carbon, one side we have carbon, other side we have nitrogen. Now the difference between carbon and nitrogen is nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. Nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. In the previous cases, we were discussing homonuclear, where the two same atoms, so their bond energies or orbital energies will be exactly same. But here we are discussing two different atoms, two different heteroatoms. So their bond energy, their orbital energies are different. Their orbital energies are different. Now, among the two atoms, atom with more electronegativity will have lower energy. Atom with atom with high electronegativity will have low energy orbitals. Will have low energy orbitals. Here I'll give electronegativity. For hydrogen it is 2.1, for carbon it is 2.5, for nitrogen it is 3, for oxygen it is 3.5, for fluorine it is 4. You just remember these values. In the next classes we will see the complete list of electronegativity values. So compared to carbon, nitrogen is more electronegative, so their orbitals are lower in energy. Their orbitals are lower in energy compared to carbon. So the 2p orbitals of nitrogen are lower compared to 2p orbitals of carbon. The 2s orbital of nitrogen is lower in energy compared to 2s orbital of carbon. The 1s orbital of nitrogen is lower in energy compared to 1s orbital of carbon. So please remember this difference. If it is a heteronuclear diatomic molecule, atom with higher electronegativity will have lower energy orbitals. Atom with lower electronegativity will have orbitals with high energy. Now we need to construct MO diagram between carbon and nitrogen. So these are AOs of carbon, these are AOs of nitrogen. Now we are constructing MOs. These are MOs. This is sigma 1s orbital, this is sigma star 1s orbital. Now from 2s orbitals also we will have two orbitals. One is sigma 2s, another one is sigma star 2s. From 2p orbitals, we will have one sigma orbital and two pi orbitals. As I said, in case of carbon and nitrogen, we will go for less than or equal to nitrogen. Yeah. In case of CO also, it is less than or equal to nitrogen rule. So that means here we consider carbon and nitrogen small atoms, carbon and oxygen also small atoms. So the pi bonding orbitals will be lower in energy. Pi to px, pi to py, then sigma to pz. Here we have pi star to px, pi star to py, then sigma star to pz. Remember, for carbon and nitrogen we can use any order, but for carbon is a small atom, so we must follow this order. So for CN molecule, the electronic configuration, MO electronic configuration, sigma 1s, yeah, I did not keep the electrons, I'll type. In carbon, we have 2 electrons in 1s, 2 electrons in 2s, we have 4 electrons in 2p. Similarly, in nitrogen, we have 2 electrons in 1s, 2 electrons in 2s, 5 electrons in sorry, there is some mistake, right? Yeah, there are only 2 electrons here and there are only 3 electrons here. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Yeah, the MO electronic configuration of CN molecule is, I think I have written a mistake here, but nobody has pointed out, right? It is only 2, it is only 3. Right. So out of the 2 electrons in 1s orbitals and the 2 electrons in 1s orbital of nitrogen, we have total 4 electrons in 1s. So 2 electrons we will place it in sigma 1s, 2 electrons we will place it in sigma star 1s. Similarly, we have 2 electrons in 2s orbital of carbon, 2 electrons in 2s orbital of nitrogen. So altogether we have 4 electrons in 2s orbitals. So we will place 2 electrons in sigma 2s, 2 electrons in sigma star 2s. We have 2 electrons in 2p orbital of carbon, 3 electrons in 2p orbital of nitrogen. So altogether we have 5 electrons in 2p orbitals. Now we need to fill these 5 electrons. How do we fill? Yeah, according to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, the degenerate orbitals must be singly filled first, because these two orbitals are having same energy. First we need to put one electron here, then second electron in the second orbital. Once they are half filled, then only pairing will start. That is what is called Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. We have 2 plus 3, 5 electrons. So 3, 4, then fifth electron. So the electronic configuration of CN molecule is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, sigma
are less than 10.
2pz1. Yeah, I forgot to add this energy order. This is lower energy orbital. Then we can also indicate the energy. Okay, while writing electronic configuration, it may not be required, but it is a good practice always to represent the energy order. Right. So this is the electronic configuration. Now we need to find out the bond order. What is the bond order? Bond order is number of half of the number of electrons in bonding orbital minus number of electrons in anti-bonding. One simple thing to note is star orbitals with star mark, they are anti-bonding orbitals. So here we have only 2 orbitals filled with 4 electrons. So out of the 6 plus 7, 13 electrons, only 4 electrons in anti-bonding orbitals, remaining 9 electrons in bonding. 2 electrons in sigma 1s, 2 electrons in sigma 2s, 4 electrons in 2 pi orbitals, 1 electron in sigma 2p orbital. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 9 electrons in bonding orbitals. So the difference is 5 by 2, it is 2.5. So the bond order in CN molecule is 2.5. The bond order in CN molecule is 2.5. Now, whether it is a paramagnetic material or diamagnetic material, any guess? Whether it is a paramagnetic material or diamagnetic material.
Diamagnetic, sir.
Yeah, as I said, if all the electrons are completely paired, then it is diamagnetic. If unpaired electrons are there, then it is paramagnetic. Because it is having one unpaired electron, it is paramagnetic material. Now, if you were asked to construct the MO diagram for Cn minus, how we get Cn minus? If we add one electron more to the Cn molecule, then we will get Cn minus. So in Cn, we have 13 electrons. In Cn minus, we will have 14 electrons. You can place this 14th electron either in a carbon or nitrogen. It is not a matter. Okay, so in Cn minus, we will have 14 electrons. So we will get a bond order of 3, and it is diamagnetic in nature. Now, similarly, if you were asked about carbon monoxide also we will follow the same molecular orbital order. Okay, so this is the energy. The pi orbital, yeah, there is a mistake. These two are degenerate, right? pi orbitals are degenerate, they will have same energy. Now for carbon monoxide also we will follow this order only. For carbon monoxide also we will follow this order. Carbon we have 6 electrons, oxygen we have 8 electrons, altogether we have 14 electrons. Of course the bond order is 3 and it will be diamagnetic in nature. And the next molecule is NO. Nitrogen 7, oxygen 8. So altogether we have 15 electrons. The bond order is 2.5 because it is having odd number of electrons. One will be single electron. So it is a paramagnetic material. I will quickly construct the MO diagram for NO molecule and then we will see some problems. For NO molecule, nitrogen electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. For oxygen, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So we have among nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen is less electronegative, oxygen is more electronegative. So like this. And for NO molecule, we need to follow this order. This is 2p, 2p, 2s, 1s. This is for nitrogen, this is for oxygen. Because oxygen is more electronegative, we will place these orbitals little bit lower in energy compared to nitrogen orbitals. Now we have 7 electrons in nitrogen and 8 electrons in oxygen. This is sigma 1s, this is sigma star 1s, this is sigma 2s, this is sigma star 2s, this is sigma 2pz, and this is pi 2px, pi 2py, this is pi star 2px, pi star 2pz, finally sigma star 2pz. Sorry, this is y. Now we have 4 electrons in 1s orbital, so we will place 2 electrons here, 2 electrons here. We have 4 electrons in 2s orbital, we will place 2 electrons here, 2 electrons here. We have 3 plus 4, 7 electrons in 2p orbital, we will place 2 electrons here, first electron, second electron. We have 7 electrons, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. Therefore, the electronic configuration is sigma 1s 2 electrons, sigma star 1s 2 electrons, sigma 2s 2 electrons, sigma star 2s 2 electrons, sigma 2pz 2 electrons, pi 2px and pi 2py 2 electrons, then pi star 2px 1 electron. Now the bond order is bonding electrons 2 plus 2 4 plus 2 6 here, so 4 10, anti-bonding 2 2 1 5, so it is 2.5. Bond order is 2.5, and because we have one single electron, it is paramagnetic material. It is paramagnetic material. Please take the notes along with me. If we add an electron to NO molecule, it becomes NO minus. For NO minus, we will have 16 electrons. That means we will add one more electron here. Then also it is paramagnetic and bond order is 2. If we remove one electron from NO molecule, it becomes NO plus. That means we will remove this electron. Then it is 14 electrons. So the bond order is 3. Bond order is 3. If you want to add additional electron, you can add either to oxygen or to nitrogen. There is no problem. If you want to remove an electron in NO plus, you can remove one electron either from nitrogen or oxygen. This is also not a problem.